You're probably watching this video because you need code for custom timer PWM, or code for custom timer interrupts, or maybe code for runtime adjustable phase square waves. If so, you're watching the right video. This video introduces RTM Timer Calc version 1.4, a what you see is what you get Arduino Timer Calculator. RTM Timer Calc has an easy interface to help you solve timer problems fast. Its parameters section has drop-down presets to set up a calculation. There's also a chart to display and adjust output waveform. Its right half shows calculation results and generated C++ code. Once results are visible, you can copy-paste the code to your IDE. To see how easy Timer Calc is to use, let's set up and solve a typical timer problem. First, we decide on a clock. We can have 16 megahertz, 8 megahertz, or a custom clock you define. I'm going to select 16 megahertz. Next, we choose a timer. I'm going to choose timer 1. Finally, we set up a timer mode. I'm going to choose fast PWM. Now, one more parameter is the ask, what we want for a particular frequency or a particular interval. I'm going to choose hertz as the unit for frequency, and I'm going to choose the default value of 1000 hertz. And now we're going to click calculate. We see calculation results on the right side at top. These numbers show what will actually be output versus what we asked for. If there is a difference, offset will reveal how far off we are. The delta number presents any offset as a % difference from the ask. Below the results window is the code window. Here we can copy the code and paste it into our IDE or editor. Then we compile and upload. And we got here in just moments, yet the code is correct to create wanted outputs. Notice the code contains comments for channel identifiers and actual pin numbers. The waveforms you see on the chart will appear on those pin numbers after upload. What you see in the chart is what you'll get on the pin numbers. There are a lot of features built into RTM Timer Calc. It's come a long way since its initial release. One thing you should know is that it's possible for you to work and think in preferred units, whether your units are hertz, microseconds, milliseconds, or so on. You can convert from one unit to another by right-clicking the drop-down box. And for instance, I got 1000 hertz. I make this in milliseconds. When I calculate in milliseconds, my report is in milliseconds. My comments are in milliseconds. My time base is in milliseconds. If I convert this to seconds and calculate, I now am displaying everything in seconds. RTM Timer Calc has reports for calculation results. It also has a report for limits. Limits is based on your clock, timer, and mode selections. A third report is the error report, which tells you when you've gone too far in time or frequency, and it gives you specific details about what happened and some suggestions about what to try. Timer Calc can print in portrait or in landscape, and it can also capture its chart image to the clipboard or the entire application to the clipboard. RTM Timer Calc is customizable. By clicking this Options button, you open up a settings window, and you can make changes to all these different things. You can change the colors, you can change the fonts, and you can even change some of the actions that the application takes. Anything you've changed will be shown in bold, and you can always put things back the way they were when you first installed. RTM Timer Calc has been tested in Windows 7 and Windows 10. It is a desktop application. RTM Timer Calc is free for you to use and download. Just head on over to runtimemicro.com, navigate to the download section of the site, and scroll to the download button for Timer Calc. This is Lee at Runtime Micro. Have fun using RTM Timer Calc.